Hey, this is Jacob at Georgia Proscapes. We've had a few requests to do a video on a maintenance truck, just do a tour of it, do a walk around, show what we've done to it, the things we like, what just makes it more productive for our crew when we go out every day. So this truck, it's a Isuzu NPR. We had this ramp added onto it. We got it welded up, and then we came in later, you know, picking these up all day every day. They get heavy, so we added this button here which will let the ramp down and back up. We like that a good bit, you know. It just saves everybody's back. Nobody's tired at the end of the day. I say it's real nice just having that, so you don't have to do all the heavy work after mowing it each time. This is the inside of the truck. We made these ourselves, 1/2 inch pipe metal. So it's real easy to use, no problem. The blower just goes right on it, as well as the sprayer. And then over here, these are just some basic. You can find these at Home Depot in the hardware section. We just put these on here. The weed eater stay fine, no big deal at all. The only issues we had was that hedge trimmer, it would slide off. So we ended up just putting these D-rings here and here, and we just put a bungee cord going across it just to help hold those against that wall, and we don't have any issues with them falling after that. And then right here, you can find these right beside those at Home Depot. They're just shovel holders. They just pull out and then they pop back in. That makes it nice, keeps them out of the way. This right here, we've actually had some people ask about this. This is just an old tarp. When it got wore out from the job getting dragged across, we just took it and cut it down and put some screws down each side right there, and then that now holds the tarp we use. It just makes it a holder for it, so it's not laying in the floor on the way or anything. So there's the cones we put out. We just keep regular gas here, and then back there with the blowers is mixed gas, so we don't get those confused. We have some bins. We just have random things in them, just some extra tools in this one, some parts for stuff in case something happens while we're out in the field, and then things just to keep the truck washed, keep it clean. We always want to have a good look in the community. In this box, you know, we've gone through a lot of oil. Normally just our mixed oil goes in that box. We have Milwaukee tools we carry all the time, you know, impact, small 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch for the mower blades. We have these battery racks because our hedge trimmer runs off of a battery, as well as this one and the air compressor. We keep all that on the truck. You know, in case anything happens, we have the impact to get blades off and switch them. We have the air compressor. If we have a tire go flat, we can keep everything running and we don't have to stop for downtime. This was one thing a lot of people talk about. This is just a Harbor Freight inverter that we wired up. So we have that, and we just take our batteries when we get done with each one of them, and then it goes on there. I think that one needs to be charged, so let's actually charge it now. And then right here we have a microwave. A lot of people like that, just so especially right now in the winter time, we just keep that in here. I say hot meals when in the middle of the day when it's cold outside, that really makes it a big difference, makes it nice, makes it more enjoyable during the day. So we have our ladder there, and then we have some wood. Sometimes if we want uneven ground, we gotta block it up a little bit, make it safe so the ladder doesn't tip over. So we just keep our ladder and blocks there. Also, we do run scag mowers, so they go, you know, of course, in the middle of the truck here. So that's pretty much the inside of the truck. We do have this right here, this little tray. Like I said, we get that in the hardware section with everything else. We just keep different things can go in here. We just find it easy, keep the hand pruners there, and that's how we got bigger ones. They're up on the rack with the pole hedge trimmer. And then we do have a pole saw, and then we have a 7-foot hand clipper for doing low tree limbs, and that's the handheld hedge trimmer. And we keep extra bungee cords, just in case one of those break or whatever. We just have them out here on the truck. So we try to get everything on hand. That way, if something happens, we just it's no big deal, no sweat. We just keep moving through the day. I say extra oil, extra weed eater string, just everything you might need during the day while we're out in the field. So we've got 2 trash bales, they're just 5-gallon buckets. We carry those around, and then back behind here, we made these shelves, which turned out great, and then we keep all of our trash grabbers back behind those. I'll say these shelves, we just made those, they're real easy. 2x4s, and then we had some 1/2-inch plywood we put down, and then we cut one 2x4 in half, and then we screwed it down throughout it, and that just keeps everything from sliding off the shelf. I'll say this, you know, like I said, this has worked out great, especially having the electric hand tools. So some of them are gas, like all blowers are gas, but like in the weed eater, but the hedge trimmers, they're all electric, and then being able to have the pole saw attachment on the hedge trimmer, they just switch out, like kind of like the combi system from Stihl, but it's Milwaukee. I'll say this is real nice. I'll say it just keeps everything charged. The batteries on this truck are actually right under that floor, since this is a Isuzu cab over. So we just drill those 2 holes and ran those cables going straight down, and they hook right onto the battery. So this inverter, it runs, so we normally turn it off at night, and it runs pretty much all day, every day. We have accidentally left it on, and hasn't made the truck battery go dead. So that's good. I want to say, you know, we was kind of worried about it that morning, but it clunked right up. I'll say it was no issues there. I'll say, like I said, this setup has been really great for us. I'll say some people put stuff on this wall and this wall. We chose to put everything on the left side, and the mower's on the right, just because when you put stuff here and here, it chokes down this space in the middle, and it makes it hard to walk around and get everything in the truck at one time, and if you don't want to trip and fall. So that's just what we've done. If you have any questions, just let us know, you know, comment it, and we'd be happy to get back with you and answer any questions. I'll say we did go with an enclosed on this truck, only because the open ones that we've had in the past, you know, when it rains, like I say, that's actually, like, this blower was on the old truck. We just got this one this year, so you can see, like, that blower looks nasty. That's just from it sitting out in the rain, and you know, it's not good for them. It's kind of, the blower, it hasn't affected much, but the weed eater, that's actually a different one we normally don't have on the truck. That's like a homeowner grade, so it won't last long on here. I say, but a regular one, it's in the shop, so that's actually the one from my house. I said we're just using it on here till we get the other one back. Like I say, this is a good setup. I say this box, you know, we just roll the door down. We just shut this door on the back. It's right here. It's like a garage door. We just fold it down, lock it up. Like most guys, you know, if you go to the gas station or whatever on an open truck, you always have to worry about someone stealing something. This one, we shut it, and right here, we just keep this lock in the door handle, and the key to it's on the truck key. We just put it right there. When it shuts, you just, the hole you pin it through, and it locks the truck up, so everything stays safe on it. I said this is Isuzu. It's a great truck. We actually bought it used. Had 125,000 miles on it when we bought it. It's now got 140. We've had no issues out of it. Great truck. It's got a Chevy 6.0 in it. It's plenty of power. We actually put our tractor in here sometimes when we go bush hog or do aerations and overseed. We put it in here. We can't close the door because it's so long, but we can pull it all the way up to that ladder, and it'll fit in here no problem. I'll say it's been probably the best truck we've had. We've ran trucks with trailers. We've ran an old open Isuzu. It's what we had before this one. That's when we found out how great they do when you are in tight areas. They just turn around so easy. You don't have, like, in cul-de-sacs, you don't get stuck. Like, someone has the trash cans and cars, you know, 2 neighbors have cars in the cul-de-sac, you don't get the truck and trailer turned around. So we went with these and absolutely love them. You can get them in to some tight places, and it's not as hard on a driver either. It makes it real easy for them since it's just a straight truck. You don't have to worry about a trailer and backing up. Yes, that's this truck. If you've got any questions, just let us know. We'll be happy to answer them or show you anything else. We're probably going to do another video on how we built this ramp. Like I said, it's nice. We've had a lot of people ask about it, so we'll probably do another video on how this works. I say it's just a button you push and it turns a hydraulic pump and it just goes up. I say y'all have a good day. Thanks for watching, and let us know if you have any questions. Y'all have a good one.